I'm Bailey Armour from First, here at Gulfstream Park ahead of Saturday's Pegasus World Cup International with renowned jockey Frankie Dettori. Frankie, it's so great to speak with you today. Thank you for your time. To get started, for those of you at home, I know that the weather has been a little bit crazy here in South Florida. We've had some races off turf. Have you had a chance to look at the turf or dirt courses so far this week?
I'll be honest, no. But as long as the rain stays away, I shouldn't see any problem. We had not much rain at all, so I don't think they took it off the turf to save the ground for the big day, and I think the track conditions going to be fine.
Going to be fine?
Yeah.
What does your preparation look like coming into a big full day of races like this?
Mine or the horses?
Well, you, maybe.
Mine, but I'm in the first race 11. What I usually do after today's racing, go back home. Go back home, have a light meal with my wife, and go through the races one by one. Basically, look at the replay of my horses. Just try to figure out on my head the strategy, what I'm thinking of doing. Just basically the basic, because as you know, in horse racing, when the gates open, all your thinking strategies goes out of the window.
Yeah.
But you got to have some sort of base where to start, and like I said, I'll go. I'll handicap race by race. All my races are right tomorrow. I have a think to myself, sleep on it, and then in the morning I like to have a little workout to get the adrenaline going, and again I'll go through the racing again quickly. Then 11 a.m. first race is game time. So and you think, well, from 11 to 5:30, the last race is going to be a long day, but before you know, Pegasus arrives and it's 5:30. Everybody's screaming and shouting, and yes, I know I'll be live. If I don't say to you, of course, I get nervous, but it's good nervous. I get excited.
Yeah.
All of that, and try to channel it in a nice way, and that's my preparation. Then. I guess the horse is the trainer's business. I have full confidence they're going to bring him here at 100% to their peak. And, obviously, in my sport, you need a bit of everything. You need a good starting gates, a good break, the horse being in a good position, in good health himself. And also, his 12 other jockeys have the same idea. You need also that little bit of luck.
Yeah.
Lady luck in your side. So all of that makes you a winner.
That's a full picture, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned needing a good break.
Yeah.
So your first Pegasus race tomorrow, the Pegasus World Cup filly and mare turf, you're on the #1 Rahia, who's on that rail.
Yeah.
How are you thinking you're going to approach that race? Is this a filly that needs the lead? She's an early speed type. What does that mean to you?
She was basically sprinting back in Europe. She ran every 6 and 7, 8. The first time she ran a mile was actually in Del Mar, and she broke like a rocket that day. That's the first time I've done a rodeo, so I'm hoping she does the same tomorrow. I found myself on the lead that day, but if somebody's faster than me, she doesn't have to lead at all costs. She's quite versatile. But if she breaks like she did last time, I suspect I'll be, close to the first 3, I would say.
Yeah, that trip in the Goldacova out at Del Mar last out when you rode her for the first time was phenomenal, and hopefully she can get kind of the same feeling on Saturday. So she's my pick. So hopefully she has a good day.
Exactly. She's had the good layoff now, and but Todd pledges her for a while, and he's very pleased with the filly, and fingers crossed. Them big races, they're never a walkover. You have to work at it, and everything's got to go right. But if everything goes right, I have a horse good enough. She can do well.
Now, after the filly and mare turf, you're on integration in the Pegasus World Cup turf. Your first time riding him back since the Maker's Mark Mile at Keeneland last spring.
That's right.
So since this is your first time back, what kind of thoughts go into your process for getting back on a horse like this, especially in a race of this caliber?
Well, listen, I've quickly at the glance through it, and I think obviously the standout horse in the race obviously is the Godolphin horse. He's already beaten me in the past, but we're going shorter, so hopefully will be on my advantage. He's a very solid horse. He always runs a good race, and again I expect him to run his usual good race. Obviously, like I said to you, the Godolphin also looks a worthy favourite. But just I'm just hoping that maybe the shorter distance will play on my advantage.
Less riding after that Pegasus one and then this one. And then coming into the final race of the day, the closer, the Pegasus World Cup, big one, incredibly stacked field. There's 7 Grade 1 winners in this race. What's your best case scenario for the Pegasus?
I mean, I rode the horse, breezed him in the morning. He's a beautiful, strong individual. I've seen all his races. I raced with him a few times. He's a fighter, you know. He loves a scrap. He loves a duel. So the 1-all is quite a good post for me. I suspect Floron horse, Saudi, suspect he might have a little bit more speed than me, but you know, I'm going to try to break well and get him in a good spot. Like I said, you know, if he comes down to dogfight, I think I'm on the right horse. He just likes it. He likes, you know, he's one of those horses. He never knows when he's beaten.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to know for sure.
Exactly. So that's, you know, it's a good partner to have. You know, that's it.
What is it like riding horses that you've ridden against in the past? And this is something that I just want to know. Like, what is that feeling like? Do you kind of remember how it felt when you rode them, or do you think they could be different under someone else? Like, what is that process for you?
Well, obviously nowadays watch, you know, every replays, and you know, we all have this kind of. Back in the day, I didn't have that kind of facilities.
Yeah.
So we are lucky that nowadays you can go back and rewatch the last 10 races or something. You know, and then you know I got to sit on him at Doggy in Santa Anita. You know, my first impression was great. Like I said, big, strong individual, and you know, powerful. Like I said, is exactly what you want in these kind of races, because as you know, the first turn comes really quick. There's a lot of bumping and pushing and shoving, and if you have a horse that is a little bit skimmish, is a little bit of a wimp, you find yourself out of the back. But having a horse that is, you know, a bit of a bully and strong is a sort of horse that you like to ride, and that's exactly what Mixto is. You know, he's a fighter.
Well, good. We'll keep an eye out for these big, tough, competitive rides from you on Saturday. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.